Oh, my room's gonna smell like fish. Hey everyone, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you some of my current favorites. Now, it's been a very long time since I posted up any favorites just because I just haven't been on top of it. But they're one of my favorite videos to film because I love to talk about different products that I think might work for other people, and I also love watching these videos because I like to know what's the latest and greatest. So if you're interested in my favorite skincare products of the last couple of months, then please keep on watching. So let's start with skincare. Skincare is always one of my favorite things to work with. I run out of skincare often because I use it every day, so it makes sense that it is my most used product. If I'm not wearing makeup, I will for sure always put on some really good skincare. If you've watched any of my last favorites videos, I will link them in a playlist up there or down below. That way you can get a feel of what I've been liking the last couple months. So the first one I wanted to share is my Scheming. This is a black peel-off mask. It's good for pores, cleaning out, and just degunkifying all of your pores. If you come over my house, I guarantee you will always do a mask with me. I just like to treat my guests with lots of luxe pampering. It comes in a 3-step system. So it has like a little pore serum that loosens up the sebum and the pore gunk. And then you do the mask, and at the end it has an essence that you can use to swipe all over your face. So I really enjoy this because it's super effective, especially, and I hate to say it, when your face is more gross, it's even better because when you peel it off, it's just so satisfying seeing all of the crap that's in your pores. Now, the more that you do it, the less you'll see, and you feel like it's not as effective, but when you really want to just get down to that day when you don't feel really great about your skin, I feel like this is very, very effective. And it just makes you feel clean and smooth and soft. Follow up with a really nice moisturizer and you're good to go. Another face mask that I have been loving is the Botanical Mellow Clay Masks. This is from Bon Vivant. I got this at Gen Beauty in November, and I really, really like this. Just checking the expiration date. So I had a couple of really bad breakouts this last couple months, and I have a feeling it's because of another product that I'm going to share with you, and I just could not get these stubborn spots to go away, but they become so cystic and large that it's almost like a raised mountain on my face. So it's kind of hard to deal with. It lasts like almost a month if I'm not, you know, working with it and trying to minimize it. But I had like a really big one on my chin, the side of my nose. I had one by my mustache area, and every time I had a zit, I found that I wasn't waiting for it to come to a head. You know how when you get zits, it comes to that white head and you know that everything's rising to the surface? Well, with this mask, I would use it as soon as I even saw the spot or I could feel the pain of the cystic part coming up. I would layer on a little bit on it as a spot treatment overnight, and then it would considerably go down. And so I would try to do that at least every day for a week. It would flatten out before it even like came up to a whitehead, if that makes sense. And so I like this for an overall the face situation too, because it does have exfoliating beads. So I like it because I try to exfoliate at least once a day or 2 to 3 times a week. And so this is really good because you lay it on as a mask, it dries up, and then when you're ready to rinse it off, I kind of take a few minutes to just massage it into the skin so that I get that exfoliating aspect of it, and then it just takes off all of the dead skin cells and all that other stuff that it extracted from your pores, and then just leaves your skin feeling baby butt smooth and clear. So I try to use this regularly. As soon as this finishes up, I have a feeling I will repurchase because it's really inexpensive. It's $15 on Mimi Box, I believe. Speaking of pore cleansing, so I found my Clarisonic, and this is it right here. Ooh, it's wet. My bad, girl. I found my Clarisonic in my drawer. I actually stopped using it because I don't know. Actually, I do know why. The brush heads get kind of expensive. I usually get them on sales like during Christmas or I don't know, Ulta 21 days of whatever sales, because they run for about like $20 plus. And so super wet. It's a good thing I'm not wearing pants. I got tired of buying brush heads because you're supposed to use them every 3 months and switch them out, but you know, I usually try to stretch it out a little bit more, and I know that's not the best idea because you are harboring a lot of bacteria in these brushes, especially if you are washing off makeup. It can get pretty congested, so it's best to switch them out regularly at least. And so I was just getting tired of doing that, so I stopped. I started manually exfoliating my skin with as you saw in my other videos, I used a little like plastic rubber thing. I've also had manual brushes that have the bristles. You swirl it yourself. So I, you know, went back and forth through different kinds of exfoliating brushes, but then when I used this again the last month or so consistently, I noticed such a difference in my skin. My skin was always smooth afterwards. I felt like my skin was brighter, lighter, because when I used to use this, my skin on my face would become much lighter than my chest just because of the exfoliating. And so I noticed that, which was great because I had some dark marks from those acne marks that I had before. So I use this with my African black soap. It only has one setting because this is the Clarisonic, I want to say Mia 2. It's an older one. Like now I'm sure they have so many different kinds, and they even have like a handheld one that's more, I don't know, hand friendly. I'm not sure. But I really like this. It keeps dripping, so I'm going to stop talking about it now. I will post it down below along with other links for all of the products I'm talking about today. It's really good. I have to say, I love you, girl. More skincare. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Another product that I have been loving, absolutely loving, hands down. I'm so bad that I slept on this for so long. Now, as you know, I am a Korean skincare lover. I'm easing myself into a lot of the products that are true hallmark products of Korean skincare, and this is no exception. This is the Son and Park Beauty Water. Now, it looks straight up like water, and you're like, hey, that's a lot of money for some water, but I guarantee you it is so good. So there are some days when I have my extensive skincare routine and sometimes when I have my lazy girl skincare routine. I always follow up with this after washing my face, especially if I like exfoliate or if I just take off my makeup. Like usually I'll do a skin oil to take off my makeup, and then I'll follow up with this, and this will show you some gunk that you didn't know was still there from foundation, bronzer, all that stuff, because it is not only a toner, but it's an exfoliant, like a lightweight exfoliant. When I swipe it over the skin, then I see the leftover stuff, and it's just like, oh, if I hadn't done that, all of that stuff would have been there overnight, clogging my pores, just making a hot mess. So as you can see, I've probably had this for 2 months, maybe 3, I don't remember, but I use it so sparingly because a little bit goes a long way. But sometimes if I feel like I don't want to do the rest of my skincare routine, I just want to like live in this, then I'll pour like an amount and then I'll swipe it over my face. With that product, I use it with these cotton pads. These are the Shiseido facial cotton. Now, okay, I've had this bag for maybe 3 years and I never opened it up because this bag costs $9 for 165 cotton pads. Now, I don't know how much that breaks down. If I like get a calculator, I'll break it down for you right here. But my friend Talia is always telling me that she loves these cotton pads, and I completely forgot that I had a pack of my own under my bed for like a year or 2 for sure. And so I was like, all right, like I'll use them. I used to use just like Daiso cotton pads just because they were cheap and easy. It was like $1.50 for the same amount. But I think these cotton pads are little pillows for your face. And girl, I'm even cheaper, so I rip them in half, and then I have like one side for the morning and the other side for night. So this is going to be twice as much for me. I like that they have like a smooth pad on this side, and then inside, I don't know if you can see, it's got like a layer of cotton that just makes it really soft and you absorb most of the product on the cotton pad, so then when you swipe it on your face, you're not skimping out. Some other cotton pads will absorb everything and trap it in there, but this one I always know that I'm getting exactly what I poured on my face. So I have these two essences right here. I have a full essence video. I will link it up here or down below. I go through what they are, what they do, and some of my favorites. And so I hate to say this, but when I started using this, I thought I really loved it, but then it actually just reaffirmed my love for my old one. This is probably one of the cheaper versions that I found of a facial essence. It's supposed to have an active ingredient called Glastomyces, which is a fermented yeast that helps regenerate the skin, promotes healthy skin, brighter skin, clear skin. And so I tried this in the hopes that it would be a great alternative to the SK2, the Missha. It turns out I have a feeling this was the culprit to why I was breaking out. Now my mom loves it, has no problem with this, but me, I felt like it was not doing the best job, and I think that's because I've exposed myself to like the good stuff. I hate to say it, but I don't know. But I can't even finish it. I'm at the bottom of it, and I'm just like, I'm over it. So I recently repurchased my Time Revolution. This is the Intensive Facial Essence. I like the bottle. It's all plastic now and I guess easier to travel with. It's still 130 ml, another Korean Hallmark product. If you don't want the SK2, this is the next step down, and I feel like this is so much better. The first night I used it, I was like, I missed you, because my skin was brighter. It has a thicker texture than the Secret Key because I think it's just a little bit more viscous. So the two of these together have just packed a punch in my skincare routine. I feel like if I at least put these two on at night and during the day, that my skin is going to sing my praises. So I really like these two products. If there's anything that you get in this video, definitely get these. They sell this at Sephora, and I bought this on Missha. There was a 40% off sale. Beware of finding Missha online, especially on Amazon. So the one that I'll link will be the Missha site. But if you find them on Amazon, there's a new formula that's called Moist. I get the intensive one. That's the only one that I've ever used. It's the one that I like. The Moist one may work for you. Just know that it's different from the one that I'm talking about. And I've heard that it's not the same. So I don't want to lead you down the wrong path. I don't want to say that that one's any less in quality to this one, but just know that I'm talking about the intensive one and not the moist one. I love cleansing oils. It's something that I've constantly rotated in and out of my skincare routine, and the one that I've been liking is the Derma E Essential Nourishing Rose Cleansing Oil. And I actually got this in a small PR package, and it came at the absolutely perfect time because I finished a gel cleanser that I had been using for a while from Olay Henriksen, and then this one came up and I was like, perfect, I needed something to clean with. So it's good. It does what it needs to do. It takes off my makeup. What I do like is that it's not a heavy oil where it feels like it's too thick on the skin. Once you wash it away, your skin just feels soft and supple, and it has a nice pleasant rose scent. I just wanted to update you on my ordinary skincare routine. I did not forget about them. So these are the three products that I've been using forever. I got them at the launch event and I really, really like them. I'm halfway through both of the bottles and I think I'm pretty much almost done with this one. I have the Buffet. Sounds exactly as it is. It's a buffet. It has anti-aging treatment, skincare treatment for acne, all that stuff. If ever you wanted to buy one, I would definitely recommend this one. I think it retails for like $11. And then I have Niacinamide, which is for pores, acne. Both of them are so lightweight and smooth that I use it under makeup and even at night. And then lastly, I have the azelaic acid. This is for dark marks. So if you're someone who is trying to lighten, it's similar in texture to my Clean and Clear Active Persagel. This is the 10% benzoyl peroxide, but this one is azelaic acid. But they both kind of do the same thing, you know. I think this one's more geared for pores and preventing breakouts, and this one does prevent breakouts, but it's more for healing and regenerating the skin where you've had dark marks. So I actually use both of these together. I'll use this in the daytime and this one at night. Ever since I started using The Ordinary, I made my skincare routine really basic. I just used those for a while. But then when I was breaking out, I missed tea tree oil. And so the tea tree oil is something that I use for everything. Like if there was something that you could use for all things. Like, it's antibacterial, so if you have a cut, it's helpful. Stings like a bee, but it's really good. When I use this all over my face. I have some chest acne, I have a dry scalp, I even have had, and I know this is TMI, but I've actually had like little bumpies on my toes because of, you know, just sweaty shoes and things like that. I've actually used this to dry that stuff too. So it's so multi-purpose that you need to have a bottle of this. This is a 4-ounce bottle. I just get it on Amazon and it just lasts forever. I'll just take the dropper and I'm like, splurt it out, rub it all over my face, my body. I almost use it second to lotion. I don't know. It's just really good stuff. I've used different brands. I do like this one. I haven't had any adverse reactions to it. It's 100% pure, natural, steam distilled, therapeutic grade. Because it's an essential oil, if you put a few drops in those like steaming things, it'll just cleanse the palate and help with your sinuses. I think that's helpful too because of that menthol scent. And then The Ordinary actually had a rosehip oil, but I gave mine to Mike, but I wanted it for the dark marks and for acne and toning the skin. It also says that it will help minimize wrinkles. I usually don't worry about wrinkles, but I think now that I'm nearing my 30s, I kind of want to talk about it, get to know it, figure it out. I mean, I'm Asian, so I'd like to say that I'm not going to get wrinkles. I mean, my mother looks great and she's in her 50s, and I like to say that I will inherit that. But just in case, I'd like to do some preventative measures. So I will put a few drops of both of these oils as my last step to really just seal everything. These ones are more lightweight serums and this is like a thicker oil. And so just locking everything in just guarantees that my skin will be protected overnight. Bad things won't get in as much because they're filled with good stuff. All right. Whew. So I think this is last for skincare. Oh my goodness, do I need to make 2 videos? I'm already at 30 minutes. Like I told you, I was breaking out last couple months, and in order to, you know, get my skin to a right place, I would wait for the zit to come to a head, turn into a white head, squeeze it out, you know, dry it up with some tea tree oil. But then my savior that has helped me from not scarring too badly is this New Skin. If you need something overnight to heal the area where you popped and you have broken skin, this is amazing because it's clear, it's waterproof. When you have a cut, right, it bleeds, and then when the cut is done, your skin actually creates sort of like a mesh in the front. This is exactly that. It will cover that area. When you wake up the next day, it's a little bit flatter. It's also more healed, and it just accelerates the process. I have tried putting makeup on top of it and I didn't like it. It actually looks like dry skin when, you know, foundation and stuff go on top of it, especially if you are oily like me and you powder up after foundation. So I wouldn't recommend it for that, but it's enough for the night before so that you can kind of have like a flatter surface, so the next day when you do put a little bit of makeup on, you don't have to work as hard. And that is the end of part 1. This is just skincare favorites for the last couple of months. I'm playing catch up, so I made such a long video that I need to cut this in half. So if you're interested in the next video, it will be makeup, random favorites. I will link that down below or up in an iCard right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below and click the little bell next to my name. That way you are always notified when I have a new video on my channel. All right, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.